What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna do our daily breakdown. We're gonna start off first with US30. So check this out, guys. Once you guys to check out how the daily structure we're pretty much moving, right? So obviously we did see some major rejection last week from this support resistance zone, which is gonna be around the 39,200, 39,100 zone, right? But if you guys pretty much notice this structure over here, we are creating higher highs and higher lows. We were at one point obviously under this level of support, which it did use as resistance last week, which we did kind of see some bearish structures around this area. But once price broke above it, we did form the high, and then price is potentially forming the higher low of the daily time frame, right? If you guys look in the 4-hour time frame, we're pretty much at this area of resistance. So the idea for today New York session, I am looking for buy position, right? So the only way that I'll be interested in buying is if price can remain itself above the 38,800, which are currently are above it, right? The H4 candle does look nice. We are about to close this H4 at 1 hour. So if H4 does close as a bullish engulfing, it is a good confirmation. Same thing with the 1 hour time frame, right? 1 hour time frame is pretty much breaking above this structure. So the idea is if that 1 hour, which it closes literally in 10 seconds, if the 1 hour candle does maintain above like this, the 30 minutes, same exact story. Also with the 4-hour time frame, we pretty much maintain above the 38,800. Then the idea will be for price to give me like a minor pullback around this zone over here. If it remains above it, I'll be interested in taking the buy position back into the upside, right? So we did get a clean 1 hour closure. All you guys gotta wait for is for those minor pullback. You guys can wait for pullback around the 38,800. Or you guys can also wait for another pullback around the zone 38,810, right? So just look around those two areas. Price remain above it, cool. You guys will be good to look for buy position, right? So I'll be looking for buys. Obviously target one can be around the 38,900, and then obviously the next target can be around the 3900, right? But the idea is off the daily 4-hour time frame, since we are getting those pullback, right? So obviously we were from a bear structure. This is where I explained earlier that price was up under the zone over here, which at one point used it as resistance, right? We did remain above the major support, which is around the 38,500. From there, we did see the clean bounce to the upside, formed the higher high, and now we're potentially forming those higher lows. Same story. If price remains above it, you guys are interested in buying. So now, the only way that I'll be interested in taking sell will be if price obviously breaks under the 38,800. I'm not really looking at any zones over here since the major time frame, right? The bigger time frame, we are bullish. Not really looking to take any zone off the lower time frame. But the only way I'll be interested in taking zone with the sells will be if price obviously breaks under 38,800, gets a pullback, and then remains this up under. This is where I'll be interested in taking those sells. I will keep you guys updated once price does around those areas, right? So right now it looks clean to look for buys. You just wait for those little minor confirmation. Depends on how you guys look for your entries, and then you guys will pretty much be good to take this buy, right? But anything under 3800, just wait for this break and retest, and you guys are looking good for sells. And then main target for the sales will be under the 38,510. So it's gonna be for US30. We're gonna go into gold. So gold is currently at one of my area of interest. So my main area of interest is gonna be the 2162 to continue the sell. So if you guys can see, pretty much we are bearish. We are creating these lower lows, lower high. We formed this high, low, lower high, low, lower high, lower low, right? Potentially lower high can be formed around the 2162, which is this very nice zone over here, which at one point it was used as resistance, and then the previous one was used as support. We broke under. Now we're potentially getting the retest of the structure along the EMA. So same idea. The only idea I'm looking for here, I'm looking for sells. If price can remain itself under the 2162, cool. I'll be interested in taking those sells back into the 2153. 2153 is the zone where we pretty much which is the support zone over here. So I'll keep my eyes around this zone just in case. If price obviously gets a pullback into a zone, we can potentially retest the support zone. If it remains above it, it will be a good area to look for bounce plays, only if price can remain itself above it. Now if obviously breaks under, then we can obviously just wait for the next lower high and then obviously continue selling. And then obviously the main target for the sells will be under the 2146. Now if the 2146 continue breaking, same exact story. You guys are just simply going to go along with the trend and just wait for those break and retest setup, and then you guys can target potentially back down into the 2133. Now if obviously we don't get those clean rejection of the 2162 and price remain itself above it, so let's say that we do get a candle closure above this zone, what I will wait for, will obviously wait for the 1 hour candle to close above this zone, go into the lower time frame, just wait for those minor pullback, make sure that price does remain itself above the 2160, 2162. If we get those rejection from structure, which is the support zone over here, rejection through with the EMA, then pretty much you guys will be good to start looking for buy position. I will be giving buy above the 2162, not really 2160, but above 2162 is where I'll be interested in taking those buy position. And then obviously you guys can target any of these structures over here. 21, this can be your first target, which can be around the 2169. If it continues breaking above it, then my full target for bullish is going to be 2176. But for the main idea for today, I'm looking for sales, obviously, if price can remain itself under the 2162. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll keep you guys updated how these trades move on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.